Now talking about the marriage and the distractions. The marriage and the distractions. At a certain point of time, they will have the marriage, and okay, you will commit the marriage, and you need to understand you will spend a lot of money. Okay, what is the thing? Okay, which has been spent a lot of thing on jewelries, on cars, on jewelries and cars and houses. Remember, on jewelry, okay, house I can understand, but cars and jewelry, is it sufficient? Is it important? Because that is going to consume your thing. And on the type of that marriage, okay, okay, which no one will ask after some 2 to 3 years where you have been married. But you want to say like, okay, I have married in this way. Okay, you will show the photos and albums. Yeah, okay, just get lost with your photos and albums. Okay, keep that aside. Okay, that amount of funds which you could have saved for yourself, and which could have been allocated, for the health insurance, which could have been not, okay, which could have been allocated for the health insurance, in order to reduce the cost when your health goes upset. Then you have to, okay, that's the reason. Don't spend uselessly, because every single penny is very very important. And at the same point of time, the marriage and the distractions are very very important. The government the government knows, okay, these three things, that it wants the men to have stability, but it should not give men too much comfort. And at the same point of time, okay, it should not give, it should not keep the men completely depressed. It should not give the men too much, what, too much comfort. It should not give the men too much comfort and luxuries. And at the same point of time, it cannot make the men inside that particular land completely depressed and oppressed. It should give them only that much stability that is required to make them to come to the offices and work and be efficient and increase the productivity of one of the rich man and the government. That is what the government and the rich man wants from the men. They never want to give the comfort, extra comfort and luxury, as well as they never want to exploit that particular thing. Okay. If that is a thing which is happening, okay, that's the reason the marriage is happening. And when the marriage happens, you need to understand the men who have the beast mentality, who have the thinking minds at that particular point of time, okay, who is never questioning the government, they will never ever be able to question the government only. They will never be able to question the constitution. They will be never ever able to question anything, because they have become soft. They have become very much soft because of the family life. And when this family life, when it is being introduced, when they are having their own set of family, okay, means their wife and their kids and their future kids, and okay, the wife's, okay, family, means yes, the wife's family, the father-in-law, that father-in-law, okay, sasur kaka, susur kaka, okay, whatever it may be, that sasur kaka and this, okay, bibi, okay, so both of them, or okay, and mother-in-law, all the three of them, they will eat your head, and they will make you somewhat. First of all, your mother, your father, your mother, your father, and your cousin, your uncles, they have taken, your uncles and your aunts have eaten lot of time from you, lot of headaches they have given you. And on the top of that, when you are, okay, after completion of degree for almost 2 to 3 years, that is called as a bachelor life, you are going, okay, only these 2 3 years, okay, after that, okay, restrictions will happen again, because you are introduced to another set of family, that is called as a wife and their family. Then you have to see them, means you have to answer to both families. First of all, one family itself is, you are not able to answer them, then another family comes, you have to answer to that particular family. Yeah, okay, because this thing will happen, and that thing is common, because that thing will reduce your efficiency. That thing will reduce your efficiency and mental stability. One or the other day, it will reduce this thing, because you have to answer to a lot of people. You have to answer to a lot of people, and you have to be good to a lot of people. Remember one thing: it takes a lot of effort and energy to keep everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy. Yes, you cannot make everyone happy. and that happiness you cannot expect from everyone that they will make your life happy. Then why you are making everyone happy when everyone is not trying to make your life happy? Because everyone is concerned with their lives, and you should be concerned with your mental peace. What gives you the peace? What gives you the peace? Yes, peace. See, okay, right now I'm sitting in a room, in a light, in a path of light. Okay, I'm sitting in a room in a path of light like this, and I don't have anyone coming, and I can talk whatever I want with you forever. I can talk with you because, okay, you can talk anything. You can talk anything, blah blah blah, black sheep, bullshit, everything you can talk it. Which means that I am happy. I'm happy because you should be happy. You should be the most happiest person. That you have no one coming and knocking the door. No one will be coming and telling you what to do, when to do, where to go, how to go, because your life is built upon the timetable. Remember, when your wife happens, when your wife, when your okay, means when your okay, when your wife comes in your life, okay, and she is going to come with a knife because okay, you have to do what she says, otherwise, no. Which means that wife and knife that is going to kill your life. You need to understand. One or the other day you will understand the patterns. Why you have married. Okay. Remember, marriage is marriage. You say like this. Remember this thing. Marriage has lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, brothers. It's not about just marriage and reproducing a kid. That even the animals can do it. Then what is the difference between the animals? You have rational thinking. They don't have a rational thinking. So, which means you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, and okay, and that responsibility you have to handle it. Either you are going to handle that responsibility because that's the most important. And okay, and this is the responsibility you teach it to your future generations, and that future generation is going to be filled with the stories, okay, of yours. Means whatever you did, they are going to follow that same thing because you are going to teach them again the same thing, again the same values. That's the reason how your parents are built. How your parents are built, you are built in the same way. You are built in the same structure. But I am not built according to them because I hate them more than anyone else. I don't like them. I don't like them anymore because they are restrictive. They are restrictive. They are saying you have to do this. You have to do this means you have to do this. You have to do that means you have to do that. And they keep on constantly yelling at you, yapping at you each and every single day that okay, you have to do this, you have to do that, otherwise the entire life is going to be doomed. That first of all, there is nothing in life to be doomed because life is built upon lies and evil systems, fraud, scam, everywhere. The world is built upon that particular thing. Then why should I worry about my life? Which is okay, what I'm going to achieve? A car, a car, a car, a marriage, a car, a marriage, okay, uh, a car, a marriage, a house, and okay, I work from 9 to 5 or 7 for 30 years, wasting my productive time apart from thinking too much because I need life. I need to enjoy. I need to talk. I need to sit and talk to everyone. Be happy. Be relaxed. Be good. Nothing will happen. Wherever you go, there is pain, suffering, genocide, harsh realities. Okay, only these things are there, and nobody wants to help anyone. Nobody wants to help anyone. When nobody wants to help anyone inside their life, then what is going to happen? Yes, exactly. That is how this entire thing is going to be. And the marriage and the restrictions are very. I said about the government wants the stable men, but not comfortable and luxurious. And at the same point of time, they are not going to disturb their stability. And at the same point of time, they need to create chaos inside the men's life because they know the protests are only going to be happened by the strongest of the men because the women are not going to come to the streets and they're going to protest. They will never ever come to the streets and protest. Only few women they can come and protest, but they will not come and protest. Only the men has the guts. Only the man has the authority to protest. This is right, this is this is right, this is wrong, this is right. So all these things you should understand. All these things you should understand. So when you understand all these things, then only you will come to understand. Because they want the men to be distracted, dejected, diverted to such things of garbage shit, vanity shit, dopamine shit, okay, boost shit, means liquor, so that their life is spoiled and they are addicted to one particular thing. And that's the reason the government keeps cigarettes. The government keeps cigarettes, wine, tobacco, okay, and malicious contented, okay, malicious contented things. And at this point of time, the government promotes dating. The government promotes dating and chatting through the movies. Why? Because it wants the men inside the society to be boosted, to have a dopamine and vanity shit. So because when the men get the girlfriends, when the men get wives, what will happen? Their mentality goes from highest point to the lowest point. Their mentality goes from highest point to the lowest point, and they become conservative because the wife, what she does, she makes him mentally soft. Finish, done. When she makes him mentally soft, that you have to care for the family, you have to look for your children. What is then why you have, okay, then why you have okay, married me? Okay, why you have married me? If, okay, if there is no usage of marriage, then what is the reason why you have married me in the first place? This is what she says, and she is correct. She is correct according to her opinion, and you are correct according to your opinion. Then what is the government doing? The government is promoting all these things, and at the same point of time, it is keeping what? Divorce. So that you are going to be separated if you commit any. Yes, I will give you divorce. I will give you divorce. I will give you, I will say in a court, I don't want to do this. But the government allows you to have the marriages according to the Hindu tradition, or else the, okay, Islamic tradition, where you will say, okay, where, okay, ये जन्मों का साथ साथ जन्मों का बंधन है, और तुम लोग एक जन्म के लिए भी टिक नहीं पाएंगे, तो क्या घंटा तुम लोग, ठीक है, सात फेरे तुम लोग क्यों ले रहे हो फिर? सिर्फ एक ही फेरे लो, फिर एक ही जन्म के लिए तुम लोग बने हो तो you need to do that. Because you need to do that, because remember, always remember, life is built upon evil things. And why? Okay, you need to understand क्यों ले रहे हो फिर सात सात फेरे क्यों ले रहे हो, जब तुम लोग एक जन्म टिक नहीं पा रहे हो तो? Because before committing a mistake, then don't do the mistake itself. Before committing the mistake, don't say that I will not do the mistake. Then don't say I'm not built. See, today I am saying this clearly. I'm not built for marriages. Okay, at one point of time I said, okay, this is the marriage thing, I have to do it. Then I said, yes, if I do this, then what about my video games? Then what about my writing? Whatever I do, okay, it's my thing, it's my world, and I have to be the king of my own world. Then what I said to myself, yes, don't go for anything, be happy with whatever you have. Games are there. When the kids happen, what will happen? What will happen? Yes, exactly. Your child has to, you have to answer to your child. You have to, okay, you have to keep an eye on that particular academic progression, and you have to take care of your wife. All these things will happen, and every single one has to give their wife salary, okay, part of their salary. Means she will take out your savings first, then she will take your mental fees for second, and then she will consume lot of, then she will make you to debted to the bank in order to get her jewelries that she is going to keep in the wardrobes, and she is going to, that is not going to generate the revenue, and she is going to wear that thing and only in functions, and she always craves for car, and then that is going to eat the oil, huge oil. Finish. Means your entire life is built on social status, and that society, what it wants, when the society itself is corrupt, fragile, rigid, hierarchical, okay, dishonest, fraud, scamster, then why you are following that rules of the social status? Huh? Why you are following that rules of social status? So that's the reason. You should not go for that particular thing anyway. एक जन्म काफ़ी है भाई, एक जन्म काफ़ी है, और गवर्नमेंट allows the divorces when the government says marriages are sacred. See, remember the hypocrisy of the law and judiciary. The law and judiciary allows you to have the marriage certificates, and in the marriage certificates, inside the marriage, you will say we have built for 7 lives. When inside one life only, they are allowed you to have the divorces. That's hypocrisy then. That's a hypocrisy of the government, because the government wants the men to have unstable. Okay, the men to have stability, but there should be always chaos inside their life, so that they are never ever concentrating, they are never ever coming onto the street, and they are never ever going to be revolting. When there is too much stability inside their lives, and someone is creating the chaos. Who is creating the chaos? Yes, their own lives. Means the government wants, that's the reason the government wants you to get married and okay, produce a kid. And that kid is going, okay, because that there are two advantages for the government. First thing, it's going to create a chaos inside your life after the 4 to 5 years of marriage and the kid is going to be produced. And at the same point of time, you will never ever question the things, because you are built for family. You are a family man right now. And the second thing, when the kids happen, you are paying the taxes to the government, because you are buying every single thing on baby's behalf. You are going to buy chocolates, you are going to buy everything. Means the productivity, the taxes collection will go directly to the government, which means which means the government wants you to get married and produce the kid. That's the reason it promotes the marriages, and at the same point of time, it has the divorce, because it wants to create an chaos by having the stability. What is stability? That is the salary. But even though that salary is not sufficient, because of inflation is there, and that inflation is going to make your wife to question your salary, and she is going to question you, and at the same point of time, your mental peace is not there. The government wants to give the men a stability, but not the mental peace. It should not, okay, the men should not have too much mental peace. Too much mental peace. If they have too much mental peace, they are addicted to their own wives. Okay, so that they will be always with their wives, and they will never come to the offices. That's the reason the government and the rich men, they will never ever give the too much high salaries. They will keep you starved enough, so that there will be chaos and mental peace. And when you go to the office, you will find the mental peace. Yes, यार मेरी बीवी जो है नहीं, मेरे को कॉल नहीं कर रही, यहाँ पे मैं बच रहा हूँ, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, happy means you are happy, because for 7 to 8 hours you are not hearing yapping or yelling of your wife. That is the most important thing for men, that no one is questioning them for 7 to 8 hours. That is what they get. They are doing the work. They are doing the work. Don't think that your husband is going to work to get the salary. He is escaping from you. He is escaping from you for almost 7 to 8 hours. That's the reason you need to understand. He is escaping from your wrath almost to 7 to 8 years, 7 to 8 hours, and then he comes to the house and then he says, आ गया देखो, नरक आ गया। मेरे ही घर, मेरे को लग रहा है कि मेरे ही घर मेरे को नरक बना के छोड़ा है इन लोगों ने। ठीक है, नरक होता है, नरक होता है, नरक होता है। एक ना एक दिन लगेगा कि पूरा का पूरा जो घर है नहीं, वो नरक ही लगेगा तुमको। That's the reason, because that one day will come, because entire thing is associated with the finance. Entire single thing is associated with the keeping of each other, and you will fear. What if I give divorce to this woman? Then I have to pay the maintenance fees. You have to pay the maintenance fees. You have to pay. You have to pay, of course, the maintenance fees. Then these are the marriage and the distractions. And at the same point of time, the government restricts you to comment upon the political parties and their agendas, their corruption, every single thing, and you cannot comment upon them and you cannot do them, because the constitution has never ever allowed you to protest, and never ever allowed you to do anything. It has never given you any right to okay, oppose the constitution, which has been built which has been written before your birth. Means you cannot question the constitution because it has not given the administrative right. And if you want to constitution, if you want to do the constitution, if you want to question the constitution, you have to do protest. And that protest means where who are okay, what happens in the protest? The police guys, okay, the police guys, the commandos, the BSFs, everyone will come and they will come and okay, hit you if you do anything apart from that particular thing, because they have the okay, non-judiciary. Then who pays for it? The government. Who pays for the government then? You. Taxes means you are paying the taxes to the government. The government is acting as a commissioner or a middleman, and the government is giving the salaries to the police, which means you are paying to the police to get hit indirectly. Means you are paying for someone to get hit, and means whatever you are paying means whatever you are paying to someone, that man is hitting you because you are questioning the system, and that system is the mediator between you and the cop, and the cop cannot understand that. So this is the thing. This is the thing which is inbuilt. This okay. And if you want to, okay, then you will be submitted to the court. Or तुम लोगों को ये, and the judge will ask, what you want to do? Sir, I want to change the constitution. I want to change the administrative. I want to change the financial regulation. I want to change everything, sir. I want to make nationalization of assets. And the judge will say, is there any authority or the provision inside the constitution to do this? Means the constitution itself is the biggest loophole right now, and then they will say these are the rules and regulations which we have to follow. And because the constitution has never given any veto right, it has never given any veto right. It has only given a right, you can complain, you can do satyagraha, you can do this, you can do that, which are only non-violent methods. But the people inside the administration, they are making our lives itself as violent. Then how the hell we cannot question them? That thing is not good. That thing is not good. Which means there's a loophole. Which means no loop. Which means loophole is there. Means if just someone think that this is a knife and someone is piercing a knife inside, someone is putting a knife inside, someone is putting knife here, everywhere. They are putting here, and when they are putting here, I cannot complain, I cannot yell, because constitution has not allowed me to raise the voice for 5 years. Yes, even though you can rise, you have to go and complain it rather than just hit them. No, you cannot do that because it's a constitution. You have to follow the constitution, and you cannot blame them directly. You cannot even swear them. You cannot give them. And at this point of time, okay, as if they are completely heavenly gods, though no, they are not heavenly gods. Then why? Then how they have so much power? Okay, how they have come into power? How they have come to power? Yes, of course us, because we have given them the power by voting them. Which means we could not do anything. Which means we cannot do anything. Which means we cannot do anything because someone is stabbing us. Someone is stabbing us here, everywhere they are stabbing, but we cannot do anything. Why? Why we cannot do anything? Because the constitution has never ever given any right. And if we protest, yes, do protest. Means whoever has given, we have paid the taxes to government, and the government has given the salaries to the police through using those taxes. Means we have paid police indirectly, and that police does not know that we are protesting for something, and he's coming and hitting us. And then he's saying this is a law. Then what is the law then? That we should not raise the voice when we are being exploited by the administrators themselves, by the rich men themselves, by the medias and the dalals themselves. Is it what the constitution is for? then I don't want this constitution, and I am not a fan of that particular constitution. And I am not fan of these persons who are keeping quiet बिकॉज ऑफ द मैरिज एंड सब लोगों को बीवी के पल्लू चाहिए. ठीक है, पल्लू ले बेटा, बीवी के जा, बीवी के पास जा, बीवी का राजकुमार है तो जा. बट रिमेंबर आई ओके बिकॉज somebody has to be violent enough, somebody has to be violent enough and not silent and completely violent enough to question the right things and get the right answers for everyone, not only for himself but for everyone. That is most important thing, no? Okay, that is what you need to have. And that's the reason, remember, if government is giving you the basic facilities for free, like okay, the electricity electricity and water, electricity, water, grains, roads, street lights, okay, why they will give the roads and the street lights? They want to give the roads, they will make the roads smoothly. Why? So that you can take the vehicles and you can come to the offices on time. Why they keep the metros inside the metropolitan stations? Because they know that particular land is completely covered with a lot of hell of a population, because of which we have to manage the resources very well so that they come on time to the office, so that they have made the metros to make you reach in time. That's it. Their intention is you have to work tirelessly for us. Then they are giving some APL card or BPL card, okay, for the grains. Remember, inside the Roman civilization, they used to allow you inside the Colosseum, and they used to give you wine. They used to give the citizens wine, and breads, grains, everything, so that they will never. And they used to make them happy by giving them circuses, okay, that is entertainment, so that they will never ever question. This is the same okay, the same history has been repeating. Means the same Roman civilization history has been repeating every single day. Every single government, they will study the Roman civilization, the Roman empire, give them breads and circuses, and they will never ever come to the streets and protest. That is the most important. And you will never ever come to the streets and protest. I know this thing, and you know that thing, and everybody knows that thing. Okay, which means because it takes time, man. It takes time, energy to talk also. Because I'm talking for continuously hours after hours after hours after hours. How I can talk hours, even though I'm sitting it. It will take time to recollect every single information and tell it to you. Okay, it's not just like I'm a printing machine. I need time. I need time. Okay, that's the reason they give the grains. They give the grains for free. Okay, they give the grains for free, and they give the ration cards. They give everything. Okay, they keep the justice. They give the Nyaya Belangadi. Nyaya Belangadi means, okay, they will give you the grains for the poor people free. Why they're giving for free? Do you think why they are giving the free food inside the government schools and colleges? Because they know that you have to come to the schools and colleges for eating that particular thing. And they want you to have, okay, then they want to keep your belly completely full. They never want you to starve. They never ever want you to starve. Why? Because, okay, they never ever want to kill you. They want you to starve you. And the people who want to kill you completely, they are good. They are good. The Pakistani terrorists are good somewhat, because they will kill you directly. They will kill you directly by bombing the cities. But remember, their own government will make you starve. It will keep your belly. It will keep your belly completely. It will keep your belly somewhat. You know what? It will keep your belly completely full enough, so that you come to the offices and work like an animal every single day from 9 to 5 or 7 or 9, and you will never ever become bigger. That is what the government want, and that's the reason the government gives you the free grains, so that they have to keep the food. So whenever inflation happens, how much the land prices have jumped, how much the real estate prices have jumped, how much the agricultural fields, and the Bitcoin, the gold has jumped. Make them, allow them to, ask the government to give the salaries depending upon that particular thing. Ask them to give the salaries depending upon it, or else tell them that don't give the grains for free. Ask them to make the prices of the grains in terms of lakhs and crores, so that you cannot afford it, and you will die of hunger and starvation. But the government will never ever do that thing, because the government knows that thing is required, because they have to put the grains inside your belly, so that you get the energy, and you get, and they have to keep you. Then you have to give, then they have to give that cinema shit, they have to give that cricket shit, they have to give all this bullshit, all this bad shit, bullshit, every single thing. Doggy shit, every single thing shit. All this shit. What is the dog shit? What is the dog shit? They are making you completely dog. Every single day, the own government makes you dog by not answering the question. That's the doggy shit I'm talking about. They are shitting on your development. They are shitting on your infrastructure. They are shitting on you everyone. Why? They don't want you to be well informed about what is going on, because everything happens behind the scenes, and you are adjusted according to that. And that's the reason you will take the grains, you will keep it inside your belly, and you will be enslaved for the entire generations to come, by not asking the questions why your salaries are not adjusted to the inflation. The salaries are this much, your salaries are increased by this much, where the inflation is this much, and you know what, the goods and services and the assets prices goes this much, and that is proportional to this much, and your salary is here, and the goods and services and the assets are here. Then how you will climb this? You will climb this by a ladder called as a loan and EMI, credit card, that is interest, and you will get enslaved by paying interest forever. That is what the life is. To build one house inside Bangalore, okay, inside anything, or to get any iPhone, like any iPhone. I'm not having iPhone. To get anything, you need to get a loan, because your salaries are not adjusted to inflation. Then that's the reason. Ask the governments, sir, we don't want the free grains. Make the grains groceries prices directly proportional to the inflation. How much inflation is there? That much inflation, do it. And keep the prices of the grains in lakhs and crores, so that we won't eat it. We won't be able to afford it. Even 1 kg of rice, we are not able to afford 1 kg of rice, sugar, wheat, barley, anything. And then we are going to die. And the government says, no, you are our citizens. You are our citizens. You are our bacha. You are our bacha. We have to protect you. Like, you have to protect you. We have to protect you. Yes, this is what the say. Means, and why they are, if they are saying this much, then why the hell they are doing corruption then? Because they want to live a royal life. Yes, then you want the royal life too. You want the good life too. Let them have a royal life. You want to have a good luxurious life too, good comfortable life too. But they are not able to give a good comfortable life, but they want you to work for them. Then that thing is most dangerous than any terrorism or any rape inside the world and inside India. That is, daily rape is happening. Daily mental rape is happening, because you have to sit and do something, do that job which you never like. And even if you like, even if you don't like, the government should say, give something in back. The government is not giving you anything back apart from the salary. It's taking every single thing from you again and again and again. You have to pay the high tax again and again. You have to pay the high tax, and you have to, the tariffs and the custom duties will be attached to the prices of the goods. That will be hidden in the tax. That the tax will be hidden, and that prices will be jump, and you have to pay for that particular thing. So that's the thing. That's the thing. You need to understand. That's the thing. So which means your life is built upon lies. My life is built upon lies, and everyone's life is built upon lies. Your salaries are not adjusted. Your salaries are not adjusted. That's the reason you have to come to, and you depend upon everything. You have to, and whatever they are giving it to you, you are, and they are taking it back. Whatever the government is giving them salary. Remember, government is giving you salary. Before the salary reaches your account, that salary is going to be taxed. That's gone, and the PF is going to be cut. That is gone. Which means again the government knows that you have to come to the electrical bill offices, electricity board offices, and you have to pay for the electrical bills. You have to pay for mobile recharges. You have to pay for mobile recharges. You have to pay for electrical bills. You have to pay for the water bills. You have to pay for subscriptions. You have to pay for doodh wala. You have to pay for chai wala. Okay, you have to pay for doodh wala, and you have to pay for iron. Okay, istri wala. You have to pay for mistri wala. Okay, you have to, okay, everyone you have to pay. Gaundi wala. Okay, all these things you have to pay, and at the same point of time you have to, okay, pay for the groceries. 1 month groceries you need in order to eat for the rest of your, okay, rest of 30 days, and then that thing will be charged. And at the same point of time, in order to cook the food, you need what? You need the gas stoves. You need the lighters. You need the lighters. Okay, and you need something like what? Gas to cook the food. Even that gas is charged. Means you have to pay for the gas. HP gas, Bharat Petroleum gas. Okay, which means you have to pay for that thing. Again, you are paying for that thing which has God has given you fertile agricultural lands for free. God has given fertile agricultural lands for free. You can plant the seed and you can get the crops and everything can be free. But government puts the prices on them. Okay, and you have to get that thing. Okay, you have to eat that thing. When you can go for community food structure, which means whatever the food crops are there, don't export it to anyone. Okay, make everyone to eat inside the land. Finish, done. Why you're exporting to them when you can make everyone to sit and eat for the rest of their life? Why you're exporting the food grains to others? Why you're exporting tomatoes, onions, potatoes, everything? Why you're, okay? Why you're exporting the brinjals? Why you're exporting everything? Because the groceries are ours. The groceries are ours. Instead of increasing the prices, decrease the price, or else keep else no prices, or else, okay, yes, okay, have the community food structure. Have the community food structure where everyone will eat, and if and sufficient food will be given to them, and if they exceed the limit, then they will pay the price. Finish. Means you have to take care of the then you have to take care of the people, the own people who are there inside the land. You have to take care of the people inside the land. Then you have to pay for the bellies. Then you have to pay for the bellies, where everyone from beggars, from the handicapped beggars, homeless, slums, okay, and everyone inside the land, they will get 3 times good food, good water, which has God has given them for free. The God has given India for free. The God has given India for you free. Take India, make use of crops, eat it sufficiently, fulfill your bellies. Don't waste the food and then keep. This is the God has given to you the land for free. Then why you are keeping the price of the land? The God has given you fertile agricultural lands for free. Then why you are keeping the price on the particular crop? When God has given every single thing for free. When the scientists have done every single invention for free. They have never ever charged anything for you. The Newton did not charge. The Newton did not charge that I will go to the, okay, tree, and some apple will fall on me and I am not going to, okay, then okay, I will get a, okay, then how whether he knows for it? No. All these inventions are happened by curiosity and accident. And that accident and the curiosity and that discovery and that exploration led to the development and the flourishing and the thriving and the prosperity of the humankind, where every single one can talk to any and every other person in any part of the world through phone only. That is what Alexander Graham will achieve. Newton, okay, Edison achieved electricity. Nikola Tesla wanted to give the free energy, but he was stopped by the elite bankers who wanted to bank the wealth. Einstein, E equal to mc square. That became the nuclear bomb philosophy. If that man did not invent E is equal to mc square, then nobody would have got any idea. So which means All these things are very much, some things are used for dynamites, okay, were used for good purposes. The dynamites were used for good purposes initially, then they developed the bombs and they are using it for bombing the nations, bombing the Palestine, bombing the Gaza. Everyone is responsible. Everyone is responsible. Now the government wants you to get the stability. The government wants you to get the stability by having the grains, having the roads, so that you can come to the offices on time and you can do the job. The government wants to give the street light. Why it has the street light? Because if they does not have the street light, then what will happen? Accidents will happen and the slaves will die. Means the engineers, doctors, teachers and pilots will die. Then who will do the job? That's the reason they have the street light. These are basic amenities. Don't think that whenever the road is constructed, development is happening. No, 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 not development. That's our basic amenities. Basic, basic means very basic, trivial, and they should be done. There's nothing in that. Basic. Yeah, that's the reason they want you to come to the offices to, okay, yeah, bridges collapse, what will happen? The ministers will die who is traveling on the bridge, because he will go into inside, deep inside what? The water. Died. And lot of people will die because lot of problems will happen. Yeah. Why the flyovers are constructed really well? If the flyovers are not constructed really good, what will happen? They will fall, and at the same point of time, the flyovers are constructed, okay, really good. Okay, means whatever the constructions happens at the highest level, they are done at very good level. Because why? If that thing breaks down, if that, okay, you need to understand. Wow, okay, the big buildings, the greatest of the greatest of buildings, which are very high, they are constructed really good. Why? What is the reason behind that? There is some reason, because if that building falls, it will cause the greatest devastation for everyone. That's the reason. And at the same point of time, the bridges, the dams are constructed really good. The dams, the canals. Why? Why? The reason is simple. The reason is simple. Why? The reason is simple. Why? 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 Means if the dams are not constructed really well, the flooding will happen and the entire village is going to be flooded. And you know, the entire villages, entire, okay, schools, colleges are going to be flooded. And at the same point of time, many will lose their lives. And when many will lose their lives, they will lose engineers, doctors, teachers, and pilots. Means the government has a wicked evil thinking that, okay, the government has a wicked evil thinking that if these professions will lose their lives, then they cannot have the enslavement. They want these professions to work for them. They want drivers, they want construction workers, they want engineers, doctors. Means all these professions are there. That's the reason they will do anything. Then what is constructed at the ground level? There is a road that can be devastated, because ground, whatever happens, ground, okay, if the roads are not constructed good, well and good. Who will who will have the scolding? No one will have the scolding, because roads are roads. No one will die. Everyone will adjust. Everyone will adjust. No one will die because of what? Because of a hole inside the road. No one will die. But if the, okay, and if the roads are damaged, but if the buildings are, if the biggest of the biggest buildings which are at height and the dams and the bridges are collapsed, then entire problems will happen. That is the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. And the street lights are okay, the street lights are there because you should not have an accident, because you cannot see inside the light. Night, exactly. And you know, okay, the roads are constructed in order to make you reach in time. The buses and the metropolitan cities, metropolitan thing has been given to you so that you can reach to the office in time, and you have to go from one village to another village. And why the reason they give you holidays, they give you get refreshed again. They give you holidays like Sundays and the Saturday half day. Why they give it 1.5 day? Because you will lose your efficiency, because work, then you will lose efficiency. That's the reason they will give you Sundays. in order Saturdays and Sundays in order to get refreshed again, so that they're okay, so that you come to their offices again and again, then you have to work for them again and again for the rest of their eternity until 60 years. These are government wants you to work, but it does not want you to give the stability by removing the divorce, completely. It has to remove the divorce. It will never ever remove the divorce, because the government gets the court revenue. The government gets the court revenue. It has many fees associated with it, and that goes directly to the revenue, which means the government wants the divorces to happen. The government wants the divorces to happen, and at the same point of time it promotes the dating. Why it promotes the dating? Why it promotes the dating? Through the stars. Why it promotes the dating? Why it promotes the dating? Okay, why it promotes the dating? Okay, remember, you will go for coffee shops, you will go for cafes and restaurants, and you will go for hotels, you will go for movie theaters, and they will give you, okay, and you will give some expensive gifts to your beloved loved partner. How much she loves you, you don't know. Okay, you will give her a lot of expensive gifts, lot of you will take her to theater, and you have to spend for doom machale doom machale. Okay, you have to doom machale, okay, with her in the sitting back. Okay, and then when you're going on the road, what will happen? There's something which is burning. Yes, the fuel. Hmm? The fuel. Okay, the fuel which burns. When the fuel which it burns, if the fuel burns, hmm? The fuel, if it is going to be burned, if the fuel, if it is going to burn, what will happen? What will happen? If the fuel is going to be burned, you have to go for fuel refuel. Means you have to pay for fuel, you have to pay for her hotel bill, for restaurant bill, for cafe bill, for okay, for some celebrations, some useless celebrations. She will tell you to have that celebration each and every single day. Okay, and okay, that's the reason. Congratulations, you are entitled to slavery of love, and then you are entitled to slavery of a tax paying. Congratulations, then you are entitled to slavery of loan taking. Then you are entitled to slavery of believing that this is the life which is meant for freedom when there is no freedom. Congratulations, to believe an illusion that and freedom is given to you. Freedom is not given to you, my boys. That's the reason you need to understand that. Which means you have to go for the okay, you want to go for women. Okay, you want to go for women. Yes, okay, go for women. But the problem is these all factors are associated with it. You have to take her every single day, every single minute. Then you have to pay for subscriptions. Yeah, what is that? Talking, talking, walking, chatting. Okay, then hotels, restaurants, cafes. Okay, you have to pay for something called as bill, They are not going to give the food for free. You have to pay for something called as bill. Yeah, that bill is having some tax associated with it. Tax. Okay, the tax goes where? Yeah, government. That's the reason government allows the lovebirds. The reason the why the government allows the lovebirds is it gets the taxes from the lovebirds. That's the reason they always say fly in an aeroplane of love. And when it crashes, don't worry, we will give another aeroplane. That's how things are going to. So that's the reason. Okay, that's how the things are going to be, and you should be happy. And you should be happy. You should be smiling. That okay, because see, when okay, I gathered all the information using the smallest of the smallest observation. That this thing is this and this thing is that. Because you need to apply your mind. You need to apply the rational thinking. Okay, wherever you go, movies, yeah, you have to pay the taxes. Movies, you have to pay the taxes. Whatever you buy for her, taxes. Whatever gifts you give her, taxes. Wherever you sit and have lunch, taxes. Wherever the extra, okay, some celebrations, carnivals, festivals, or else some games, like, you know what, okay, some virtual reality games. Okay, that virtual reality games, okay, if she is paying, you have to pay the price. Means you have to do every single thing you can in order to get her approval. That is called as love. What is the love is there, brother? You are paying the tax to the government. That's the reason government is allowing you. That's the reason government allows you to have the tax, because the government needs to give, okay, because you are paying for the tax. That's the reason the government allows you, okay, for dating. If you don't pay the government, if you would have, okay, that's the reason government does not give you even citizenship. They are not giving it because your mummies and papas, they are paying the tax on your behalf on every single, okay, what, okay, Johnson baby powder, milk products, cereals, Kellogg's Chocos, Dairy Milk, Kit Kat, Milky Bar. Okay, all these things they are paying the taxes to the government, and that's the reason the baby itself, when the baby is born, a taxpayer is born. A taxpayer is born. Boom! And you know what? That baby is going to produce a kid. That baby is going to produce a kid after 25 to 30 years. The government knows this, and that's the reason the government says take the citizenship, do, you are Indian citizen. That's the reason they give the citizenship by birth. There's nothing for free inside the world. You think that, okay, that the citizenship is free, the marriage certificate is free. Those certificates, the birth certificate and the marriage certificates, they are the enslavement certificates, that you are enslaved to one particular land for the rest of your life, and you are enslaved to one particular woman for that particular entire life. That is what life is all about. Okay, that is what life is all about. Be happy because you are enslaved, because marriage means you have to pay for education. You have to pay for education of the child, education from school to the college and the university, and after that you have to do the marriages of that, and that is going to eat your entire wealth. Because every single 1 year, how it happens you don't know. Then you have to pay for the fees, then you have to pay for the books, then you have to provide that particular boy education, so that he can take care of you, brother. Instead of that particular thing, if you would have saved every single penny inside the bank account, when if you would have worked without having any woman, that woman is asking you jewelry and a car. If all this useless shit, instead of doing this, instead of having women, instead of having marriages, if you would have kept your health very great, by by being happy all the time, okay, without giving any maintenance fees, divorce fees. If you would have kept that fund for yourself, right now you have to pay for that particular thing in order to, so that you are expecting your child, that that child will follow the rules and regulations of your religion, culture, customs, practices, yeah, everything. Which means you are forcing that child in order to follow the same path what you follow. Means before your birth, only before her birth or his birth, you have decided and encoded a future for that particular child. Then who the hell you are? Means you are selfish. You are selfish. Means if you are selfish, then why you are giving that birth? Don't give the birth. And then you are killing that particular children's life by cutting his hobbies and saying that this is just a hobby. You should not do that. That's the reason India gets less Olympics medals. Okay, forget about that thing. Now, okay, now I am saying this thing. Okay, hmm. That's the reason they give. That's the reason they allow the. That's the reason they allow the people to get love, life, distraction, lot of addiction, and they keep cigarettes, tobaccos. Okay, if your girl leaves you, don't worry, come for cigarettes, come for cigarettes. Okay, come for cigarettes, come for tobaccos, come for liquor, that is whiskey, brandy, everything. And okay, pay the taxes to us, and we will never ever we will never ever cancel this thing. We will allow, first we will enslave you through the love, and love fails, yes, liquor, liquor, brandy, whiskey, and at the same point of time, cigarette and the tobaccos. are there for you. Don't worry. Keep on, okay, practicing all these things and keep on paying taxes to us. And we want you, okay. And at the same point of time, what is the benefit to the government? The taxes goes to the government, plus the man does not have the man is not thinking about the nation. The man is not thinking about the constitution. The man is not thinking about the system. He is thinking about his own life. छोड़ के चली गई किसके साथ है अभी. This is what she does. So if she is okay, if that is a thing, if she does, if that is a thing, if she okay, if that is a thing, if she does, if that is a thing she does, the government will give you options. First, the government will give you options that cafe restaurants, hotels, expensive gifts, okay, expensive gifts, the fuel, the subscription, talk time, every single thing is there. Don't worry, pay the taxes to us. That is a collection. And at the same point of time, if she leaves you, don't worry, we are there for you. Okay, go to the wine stores. Go to the wine stores. Yes, rum, whiskeys, brandies. Okay, all this only three things. Okay, because these three brands I know because of the cinemas. Okay, I know that. Okay, and then I have not consumed it. Don't worry. Okay, I am not a drinker. You need to understand. And then you have to pay for cigarettes. Okay, smoke it, do it, and then pay the cess and the tax to us. The government is giving you options. See the options. These two options are giving the revenue to the government. And at the same point of time, what is going to happen if these two things are not going to be done? Yes, and then what is going to happen? What is going to, you are not thinking about the system, you are not thinking about the constitution, you are not thinking about any administrative right, and you are not thinking about fighting for your own people when the toughest times have come for your life. Then that is the most important thing of a man you should have, but you are never ever having. And then what happens? You get, then you will follow another woman, then another woman, you will take another woman for this cafes, restaurants, coffee shops, okay, and okay, some okay evergreen places, means that places you need to visit, means you are paying the taxes there also, means boat, okay, the boat riding, okay, boats riding, okay, all this thing, all these beautiful places you will take her to parks, beautiful parks, and everything you will do it. And film cities, okay, some whatever, some okay shows, okay, means you will take her to shows, you will take, and okay, that you know what, okay, that drive, okay, what is that drive, okay, you said, okay, means you are cutting your fuel expenditure, you are cutting your, means you are cutting your savings by having great expenditure on one particular woman, and you don't know what is that validity of love, because that validity can change at any point of time. Why? It can go up and it can go down, it can go up, it can go down, depending upon depending upon how you maintain the things. It takes a lot of time, and you have to go for coffee shop, and you have to go for what, okay, so PVRs and the Cineplex and the PVRs, yes, they want the lovebirds, come, welcome, please welcome, sir. Okay, how much tickets you want, sir? Two, sir. How do you want popcorn with us? Yes, okay, well and good. Yeah, take the popcorns with us, sir. Okay, popcorns, and have enjoy the cinema, sir. Keep on visiting, sir. Let your love be very good, sir, so that you keep on coming to us, sir, and you keep on giving your money, sir. You keep on giving us money, and you keep on giving the government the taxes. That's the reason they allow the dating, because if the dating fails, drugs are there. Okay, the dating fails, drugs are there. Okay, what is the drug? Okay, means tablets. Okay, I'm not talking about those drugs, cocaine and marijuana. I'm talking about what? Yeah, drugs, pills. You have what? You have what? Okay, and the government is having what? Yes, anything wrong happens? Yes, all things are there. Don't worry. Keep on practicing everything. Keep on getting distracted. Keep on diversifying. Keep on getting addicted to each other. Keep on getting, okay, keep on getting emotional with respect to each other, and never ever question the system, and never ever come to the street, and never ever protest. That's it. Government's problems are solved. The government's 90% problems are solved when you have a marriage. The government's 90% problems are solved, and at the same point of time solution is also found out. 90% problems are solved. Why? Because they have made you, given you a partner, and that partner is restricting you from going outside and protesting it because she takes care about you. Okay. Now the second thing is you are going to produce a kid. The government knows this thing. The government is ready to give the citizenship by birth because the government knows you are ready to pay the taxes on that baby's behalf for almost 25 years for that child. So the government is benefiting from every single way. So that's the reason it is allowing the marriages, it is allowing the dating, it is allowing every single thing in order to keep on looting the taxes from you. And at the same point of time, if anything fails, don't worry. Come to the wine stores, drink the liquor, drink the okay whiskey's brand is okay. Drink whiskey's brand is rums. Okay, have the cigarettes, smoke the cigarettes, and be happy. Okay, and be a devdas. And at the same point of time, don't say because your paro has left you. Okay, get lost. Okay, so what? Okay, what is means? What is the okay? What is happening? What is happening behind the scenes? The government is saying, yes, if this thing is lost, don't worry, this thing is there. And okay, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, we want you to get emotional towards each other so that you don't come to the street and protest because that's the reason we want you to get married. When marriage happens, they are having the benefits of marriage. The government is having the benefits of marriage because they know you are going to produce a kid, and that kid you are going to produce a and that kid you are paying the taxes on that kid's behalf, on your behalf you are paying the taxes on every single thing. They can give the citizenship for that baby. Then why not they give the citizenship? Then why they not give the baby care products, Kellogg's chocos, the milk powders, okay, the every single thing? Why they can't give that thing for a free? Can you? Why did not you ask to the government, sir? You are giving us everything, sir. You are promoting marriages, sir. You are promoting everything, sir. Why you are not giving us okay all these things for free, sir? Why? Why? Yes, exactly. There is something hidden behind the scenes. That scenes are very, very important for you, sir. But we are not understanding the patterns. First, you have to understand the government's patterns. The government's patterns are very much devastated. They are most deadliest thing ever. Because the government wants you to keep on addicted, okay, pay for everything, okay, wherever you go with your partner through the taxes. And if your partner stabs you behind the back, and if your partners stabs you behind the back, okay, what you will do? Okay, you will get angry, you will start consuming the okay what addiction, dopamine shit, that is called cigarettes, that is called as whiskey's brand is rums, that's liquor, wine, liquor, wine. And at one point of time, okay, and one okay and once the and because the government knows, okay, remember, the government is preparing you for the partnership. Okay, what is the partner? Your wife or your girlfriend? And okay, your wife and your girlfriend, yes, okay, whoever it may be, you are preparing for that. Okay, because that's the reason they have coffee shops, everything. Wherever you go, wherever you see entertainment cinemas, okay, food, whatever consume, you are paying the taxes. If that is gone, yes, this thing is there. Means consumption of alcohol, consumption of liquor, wine, okay, brandies, whiskies, and cigarettes, okay, wrong things, all the wrong things. They are giving you. They are giving you an option to the wrong. First of all, they're giving the right, they're giving the options for the right thing, and they're collecting it, the revenue. And they're giving the okay, if this thing fails, they're giving you an option to consume these things, again pay the tax to you. Means they are benefiting it from both the right sides and both the wrong sides. And at the same point of time, again the second process repeats, and then again the right thing will happen and the left thing will happen. Okay, the right thing, okay, the right things and left things will happen. And at the same point of time, you will be never able to discover because they have given you entertainment. They promote the entertainment. They promote. means they promote the entertainment. When they promote the entertainment, when they promote the entertainment, okay, what they will do, okay, they will make you allow that, okay, there is a great bond of love between a man and a woman, when there is no such bond between love and, okay, remember, no woman says, okay, no woman is going to sacrifice her life for a man. You need to understand that. And that is the harsh reality. And that is the illusion that is given by the cinemas. And you need to understand only the men have that capacity to give, to reach to any extent in order for one woman. The men will go to any extent to go to, okay, to get one woman. That's the reason the wars are fought for women. You need to understand that. So, so that's the reason these things you should understand. The woman thing should be erased from your minds forever in order to make you self efficient, self reliant, and you need to have this particular thing inside your brains that when you are alone, when you are isolated, then that particular day your development starts. The real development as a man starts when you don't have any friends, when you don't have anyone. I don't have any friends right now. The only thing I have is games, the video games. I like those video games because there is a greatest certainty. Because when I purchase those video games, what will happen? That thing comes and falls in my library, Steam library, or else Epic Games library, or else Rockstar Games launcher, or else, okay, Activision Blizzard Net, and EA app, Electronic Arts are there, and Ubisoft PC launcher is also there. Ubisoft PC Connect is also there. Means I buy the games, and those games are completely embedded inside those libraries. Finish. Whenever I want, I can install them, and whenever I want, I can throw them away. Finish. And again I can install them. I can. So what I do? Okay, what I do? Yes, exactly. Yes, play it, throw it, play it, throw it, finish, done. That's the reason you played many games. I played many games inside my life. I played every game inside my life. That's the reason when you play all the games, you will come to know their stories of the civilizations, of the past, how the past used to be there. Okay, then only, okay, that every single thing I have learned through the games only. Not, okay, not any useless bullshit cinemas. Your cinemas are bullshit. The cinemas are bullshit. The cinemas are bullshit. Most of the times the cinemas are bullshit because they are not showing you the reality. They are showing you an illusion that this is going to happen, that someone is going to come and save the world, when no one is going to come and save the world, when there are many people who are there to destroy the world. They are going for destruction of the world. They are not going for construction of the world. The wars, why it happens? Because of the bankers. They never show this type of thing. The wars, they never show why. Okay, wars will happen. When the wars happen, someone is printing the cash behind the scenes. Because, okay, because their companies have been given a tender, okay, to produce a lot of artillery shells, weapons, okay, all these things. That's the reason wars, weapons, politics, history, geography, demographics, okay, statistics, fertility rates, okay, how much population should be there, what is the population density, what is the men to women ratio. These things should be studied. What is the landscape, what is the continent, what is the, okay, how much, okay, countries are there inside continent, okay, what is famous in this, okay, what is famous in this particular, um, where are the oil reserves inside, how much oil reserves are there inside Venezuela. Okay, what is going on inside Venezuela, why America is attacking, okay, why Russia and Ukraine war is going on. Search that thing, search all those useful things, and then you will come to an, okay, conclusion why the wars are fought. Okay, what USA is doing, what Russia is doing, why, what China is doing, what other countries are doing, what other people are doing, how they are living. Learn about their culture, and then you will come to know, then you will come to realize how much the darkness you are there, how much darkness you are encoded because your politicians have kept you away from it. They are not coming here because the population is, first of all, it's completely high, and that's the reason they are never coming here. They will never come here. But if you go to America, you can see Indians. You go to England, you can see Chinese. You can learn about them. You can think about them. You can make a great friendship with them. So when you can learn about their culture, you can learn about their customs and traditions. But that thing is not happening here because there are no Chinese, there are no Indonesia. Because first of all, Indians are not sufficiently living here. Okay, are more than enough. So that's the reason. Okay, everyone is there. So the government is having every single thing in order to rise the population through these all methods, through the cheating methods, through the dating methods. Okay, and they are giving an illusion that okay, always have a great relationship with each other. Okay, when the relationships are built for betrayals, when the relationships are built for betrayals and hating each other at some point of a time, and then coming back again and saying sorry, and then they say it is okay part of a life, when you could have built, when you could have gone for a strongest understanding between the two before the marriage. Before the marriage only you could have gone for greatest understanding. Then why the hell, okay, but then why the hell say them, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm like this, I'm like that. Finish, done. Finish, I done. If I become successful, okay, I will say to my wife, okay, I have to play the game. Finish. You will not intercept me. You will not intercept me. Okay, or neither the kid will intercept me. Otherwise, I will come and slap you both. Finish. This is what you have to, but this is what you have to say. This is okay, and this thing the wife should not goes comes. This thing the wife should not okay realize after she comes inside your life. Otherwise, she is going to think that you have betrayed her. Don't betray anyone. Don't betray anyone and marry them. Or otherwise, don't marry her. Don't marry. Finish. Be happy. Be single. Be single. Share. Remember this thing. Life is built for peace. The most important thing is not woman, not romance, not intimacy, or not any, okay, you know what, not entertainment, or not anything, or else not the, okay, the wealth, the money, the richness, the royalty. What is the most important thing? How you are going to live your life for 30 years, 30 35 productive years. How you are going to live your life for 30 to 35 productive years. That is the most important thing. If that thing is you need to have inside your life, and if you don't have that thing, you are gone, brothers, you're gone, sisters, you're gone, ladies, you're gone, gentlemen, whoever you are, wherever you are in any part of world. My suggestion is this much: the government wants you to get married because you will not come on the street and protest. That is the first biggest advantage to the government, because you will fear for your wife, and you will fear for your life, and you will fear for your kid. And second thing, okay, you are going to produce a kid, you are going to reproduce a kid, and that kid is going to produce another kid, and that those kids are going to become engineers and doctors and pilots, and those kids are going to be enslaved by the government. That's the reason the government allows the marriage. That's the reason they give you the marriage certificates for free. That's the reason they give you the birth certificates for free, because you are paying the taxes. That's the reason they allow the dating, because you are paying the taxes. That's the reason they allow. That's the reason they allow the dating culture, because okay, even if she betrays you, even the love fails, yes, the wine stores, the tobaccos, the cigarettes, they are for you. Don't worry, go there, be happy. Which means the government, and at the same point of time, okay, remember, that's the reason the government keeps all these things. So this is how the government traps you, and at the same point of time, the government knows is, okay, you are going to come, okay, after coming back. Okay, this is very very important. This is very very important. I'm saying this. This is very very important. The government knows that you are coming from, you are working from 9 to 5 or 7, 9 to 5 or 7, 9 to 5 or 7, and or 9, okay, some late night shifts, which means you are coming from 9 to 5, you are tired, you are coming from 5, and you are sleeping for some time, you are refreshing it, then you are watching the television. The government knows you are going to come and watch the television, means the government is ready to be prepared to distract you through its propaganda for almost fires every single day, every single minute of your lifetime through the useless talks inside the news channels, because there is a useless time. Okay, they are not telling about the GDP, they are not telling about the per capita, they are not talking about the wealth distribution, they are not talking about the currency devaluation, they are not talking about the quantitative easing, they are not talking about the wealth inequality, they are not talking about imports greater than exports, they are not talking, they are not giving the data. Okay, how much trade deficit happened, how much cash has been, yeah, how much cash is in circulation, how much inflation has happened, what is the effect on it, what is, okay, every single thing they have to, they are not thinking about all these things, they are talking about some useless thing called astrology. And because as if the astrology has some great thing on your thing, because the astrology has nothing to do with your life. Remember this thing, the astrology has nothing to do with your life. It's your destiny, it's your life, whatever you want to do. Second thing, Sas Bahushajas means what? Okay, the people, remember, they are promoting something called as Sas Bahusajish, where the woman, okay, where the okay, mother-in-law and the, okay, and Sas and Bahus, okay, they are going to sit together and they are going to watch something called as Sas Bahu Sajish. Okay, all the serials which are built, means in every single serial, what will happen? First, marriages will happen. That is finished, and then the Sas and the Bahus will come, and they will start. Okay, you know what? Having a rift between each other. They will have some poking nose, okay, with each other's lives, okay, and they are going to betray each other. How they are going to betray each other? How they are going to plan against each other? Okay, that is what they are going to show. And this Sas and Bahus, they are going to clap and they are going to follow the same. This is what the Indian philosophy is. Brother, you should go for unity. You should go for unity, but you are not going for unity. You are showing all these useless things. Then you are showing some circuses called as sports and big boss, and that has nothing to do with the hunger poverty index of the what, okay, the entire particular thing. So which means whatever the things that has nothing to concern with the hunger, poverty, illiteracy, unemployment, you are showing all these circuses. And the most of the times, okay, these connectors, why they are doing every single thing? These connectors have doing these cinemas, these Shah Rukh Khans, the Salman Khans, and the Amir Khans, all the three big Khans. And you know what? Okay, the John Abrahams, the, okay, you know what? Hrithik Roshans and the Ajay Devgans. Okay, all these peoples. Okay, they are being promoted as if they are some gods. They are not gods. They are distractors. Finish, done. Because you pay the taxes to them. When you pay the taxes to them, okay, the tax goes to the government, okay, to see them inside the theaters, every single ticket. And at the same point of time, they are used, they will pay the taxes on their income. And that thing goes to government, that will be in crores. That will go to the government treasury. And at the same point of time, they are used to distract you, okay, because of certain publications, certain advertisements, and the brands which they do it. And they are trying to give out the harmful substances, okay, and that you should not consume and you should not destroy your health. I'm saying this because all of the, okay, pan masala ads, they are telling you to consume it, you should not consume it. I'm saying this. And they are going for Dream 11, something called as a Dream 11. That is nothing but a betting. Okay, we are from the land of Mahabharatas. We are from the land of Brahmanas. Okay, and others are giving the blessings for us because because all that rich heritage from the Varanasi and the Ayodhyas and the Mahabharatas or Kurukshetra, all the Mahabharatas and Ramayanas and, okay, all these Charitas, okay, whatever happened, it has happened inside India, and that's the reason they are giving us, okay, the respect. Okay, even though this customs and traditions of Mahabharata is there in other countries also. Okay, Indonesia, okay, some countries are there, some Cambodia and Sri Lanka, they follow these things because they respect us because of, yeah, everything. Okay, because they respect us. And even though we are from that particular land where the Mahabharata happened, and where the respect of one particular woman has been looted, okay, because of the betting, and we are promoting the same betting through the dream elements, and we are saying that we are good, we are not good. because because in Mahabharata, what happened? Okay, every single thing has gone. Yudhishthir has lost everything, his entire kingdom, his entire army, every single thing he has lost. He has lost his own brothers because he has betted them. He has betted against them. Okay, he has betted. Okay, what he had, Arjuna, Bhim, Nakul, and Sahadev. He at last he betted. He has bet. He betted against what? That's a bet. That is a bet. That okay. That is called as what? पकड़े हट भांजे क्या चाहिए तुमको ले भांजे क्या चाहिए तुमको ले ठीक है साथ चाहिए ले साथ आया ठीक है they have some okay magical dices and they destroyed the Pandavas using that particular thing and we follow that same betting till today. Why? Dafa bets, Rummy Circle, Dream 11, my11circle.com, okay, Windsor.com, and our own cricketers like Virat Kohli, he promotes MPL. Our own cricketers like Virat Kohli promotes MPL. Our own cricketers like okay, I like Rohit Sharma, he promotes Dream 11. He promotes Dream 11. Means and okay, the Dhoni Saab, he promotes Windsor.com. As if they are completely गरीब और गरीब के बच्चे हैं क्या वो नहीं ना they are what they are what honorable cricketers who has earned the honor and integrity and the respect from the cricket by giving us a lot of cherished memories. Okay, we are respecting them. Then at the same point of time, it's their responsibility that they will not go after the gambling things, the tobacco things, both the celebrities and both the things. So which means okay, I'm not saying like to ban all these things. Okay, means okay, I'm saying ban betting, ban every single betting. Okay, but remember, but remember, okay, remember, all these things are there inside which we should not consume, but we are forced to consume because these things come in front of us. And at the same point of time, we are being allowed to be completely dejected, depressed, oppressed, suppressed each and every single day of our lifetime. That's the reason. And these stars are promoted because of all these things, because they do these things. And at the same point of time, the ministers and the sports persons, the ministers, the sports persons, and the cinema celebrities, they have one thing in common. That's the photographs. What is a photograph? What is the meaning of photograph? Means how much you are capable to stand beside me. If you are capable to stand beside me, then only you are capable to okay, then only if it depends upon your popularity that I will allow you inside the function. That's the reason whatever this औकात तुम्हारा औकात है क्या तुम्हारा औकात है क्या मेरे को मेरे घर में आने का इसलिए मैं तुमको बुलाऊंगा. That is what they say inside their minds. Then only they will give that particular invitation cards. And that's the reason they will allow them, they will okay, the ministers and the politicians, they will not allow anyone to stand beside them who is having no value, most of the times they will never allow. And the rich billionaires, they will never ever allow. They will always allow someone to be completely popular, he should be popular so that they can have the trends and the hashtags in the social media, that same media which is going to destroy everyone, the Twitter. And at the same point of time, okay, this government allows all these things, and that's the reason we are seeing every single thing inside our TVs, and we are getting distracted and we are not asking the questions because our entire routine is programmed from Mondays to Fridays and the Saturdays. And at the same point of time, the Saturdays are going for celebration, okay, which means okay, the sports, everything in England from Mondays to Friday working day, and from Saturday and Sunday football. That is what breads and circuses means. 5 days eat the breads and give those breads to those circuses, and those circuses which are owned by us. That is what the England says. That's the reason they have England, they have Arsenal, they have Chelsea, they have Fulham, they have Liverpool, they have Newcastle United, they have okay mm, Wolves. Okay, they have Wolves. Okay, Wolves is a name of a football club. They have Tottenham. Okay, and they in where you go for the Spain, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, all these things will come, okay, Real Betis, all these things will come, and you have to pay for that because all these games are conducted in Saturdays and Sundays because they know that Saturdays and Sundays that is a game of circuses, means breads as well as circuses. It is going on, and the history is getting repeated each and every single day like a clock work like this. But the history is getting repeated in our lives. The history has to get repeated, and that's the reason the history is getting repeated again and again and again and again, and we are losing the strength because of the history and because of the parenthood which has told us to follow all these things from the beginning thing on. That's the reason they will. That's the reason they allow the football stars. They will allow the footballers. They will allow the cricketers. They will allow the cinema stars to come inside the reality shows, and they increase the value of these people. Why they increase the value of these people? Increasing the value of these people is has nothing to do with them because the masses, because of the masses means many of the people they connect to this particular section of this cinema stars, and cinema stars this cricketers, and they say what, we have to follow them because they are following their dreams. One day I will become Shah Rukh Khan, one day I will become Amir Khan, one day I will become Ajay Devgan, one day I will become one day I will become Sachin Tendulkar, one day I will become Rohit Sharma, one day I will become Virat Kohli, one day I will become Dhoni, one day I will become Harbhajan Singh, one day I will become Gambhir, one day I will become this thing, one day I will become Neeraj Chopra, one day I will become, yes, they have lot of dreams. So the kids have dreams, the parents will follow what the kids say at certain point of time. That's the reason they give a lot of brand endorsements. They give a lot of brand endorsements to every single one, that too spending crores and crores and crores and crores of rupees to them in order to keep us distracted, dejected, oppressed, suppressed each and every single day of our lifetime. And if you do that, that's the reason the nation's lives, that's the reason the nation will be collapsing because of the no values, because nobody is going to question the values, because the values are going to be completely down, and the Aryanization needs to be done just like the Hitler did. Because Hitler did one thing, he banned everything, he banned he banned all the garbage shit. He banned homosexuality. He banned what? He banned the sexual content. Every single thing he banned from. He banned the brothels. He banned every single thing. He banned the brothels. He banned what? He banned what, the interest. He gave the interest free loans. He built the houses. And Austria achieved the highest rating for approval of Hitler to come and get him as their leader, and that led to the World War II. You know that. That's the thing. That's the thing which is missing in the history books. Hitler did not attack the Poland. Hitler did not attack the Poland because he wanted to attack the Poland, because they started creating the problems. The Jewish people, 14 million Jews, they declared the war on Judea declares war on Germany, and then Hitler says, "Bankers, you have to go." It was never about the World War II was never about the bankers and the it was never about the Hitler versus the Stalin. It was never about Hitler versus the Stalin. It was never about the Hitler versus the Roosevelt. It was never about the Hitler versus the Winston Churchill. Hitler, Adolf Hitler. The land of that era was completely different. That was the greatest era. Hitler Hitler versus the Franklin D. Roosevelt, Hitler versus the Winston Churchill, Hitler versus the Joseph Stalin. It was never about these things. It was about the bankers versus the humanity, where the bankers won and they are banking every single wealth through the usury, through the interest, through the quantitative easing, through the stock market, going for compound growth each and every single day, again and again and again and again, enslaving the future generations of our innocent working class again and again and again and again. And they are not allowing the Aryanization. The Aryanization needs to be done in order to keep everyone in a very good way. The Aryanization is very, very important. That is very, very important for the life. That is very, very important life. Because Aryanization needs to be done. The industries, they have to be revoked. You know what? If you listen to the speeches of Hitler, you will come to know what is Hitler done. And again, and at the same point of time, condemning, means I'm condemning the actions of Hitler, that is Holocaust, the burning of the Herbrim, the Shola, okay, of okay, what they did in the okay inside the camps, okay, that is 6 million Jews were killed. That is, I condemn it. But at the same point of time, the Hitler's philosophy was completely great. He built Aryanization. He wanted Aryanization. He banned everything which is wrong, and he went for the right way. That is what the India needs to do right now. The India needs its youth to be completely thing. And that's the reason the I'm saying about the stars. Those stars will promote something, and because of those stars, they will promote some certain brands, and we will see them their faces, just like Akshay Kumar's Sparks. Okay, Shah Rukh Khan by Jews. If see the and okay, see the faces of these people whom we have seen them, and at the same point of time, we get the products. We get those products inside that particular brand, and we have to pay for the taxes, high taxes we have to pay. Those are foreign products. That's the reason they always go for the stars. So I covered every single thing in this topic, and that's the time. Okay, you need to understand you have to come from distraction, dejection, oppression, and every single thing the government is giving you. And if the government is giving you anything for free, you need to understand the harsh realities of the government as well as the rich man. Okay, why the Ambanis gave them free? Yeah, 4G network for 4 months, because in order to addict you to the in order to make your mind, in order to make your heart to addict to that internet, which has okay, which you are completely conservative. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, okay, net will go. No, no, no. Okay, okay, that money will be spent. He addicted you for almost 4 months, and then he started charging it by killing a monopoly. First, lot of Vodafone, everything was there. Vodafone, Tata Docomo, everything was there. But right now, Jio, Airtel, Bharti, okay, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, that is BSNL, and Viacom, okay, BSNL, Viacom, okay, Airtel Bharti, and Jio is there. Only four are there, which means from 12 to 13 options, from 12 to 15 options, it has been reduced to almost 3 to 4. That is what the monopoly does. And if you believe someone is giving anything for free, nobody gives anything for free. If someone gives anything for free, which means he has a hidden snake inside his heart. Nobody gives anything for free. You need to understand. That is the rules of monopoly. First, make everyone distracted, addicted, and then kill the competition inside the market, have a monopoly, and then bang the wealth from the monopoly. That is what that is what they do. And that is what they do. And when they do that thing, nobody is going to stop them, because they have the government rules and regulations according to them. Because they are buying the government only. They are buying the government. Then when they buy the government, then finish, done. Simple. So all these things are there, and then I have to stop it because I'm constantly yapping it. Okay, then I have to go and eat some food. Okay, bye.